Hi, my name is Linda Allen. I'm one of the paediatric physios for NHS Lanarkshire. Today I'm going to be looking at activities to help your child to move into standing. From here, we're going to now start to think about coming up to stand. So as I spoke about in the beginning, rather than just lifting your child and trying to place them on their 2 feet, you want your child to be able to do that movement on their own. And if I was going to stand up from the floor, I would naturally come up into half kneeling before coming up. So you're already in that half kneeling position. So if you just have your hands on their pelvis around their bottom, the direction of movement is slightly forward, slightly to the side onto that front leg, onto the left leg, and then just helping the child to come up into standing. You're also encouraging them to push through their hands at this point. When you push, that activates your tummy and you're helping them to guide them up, to use their bottom a little as well. To make sure that their bottom works hard, you then want to move your hands off of there and you're holding them a little bit higher up. Once they're up into standing, you might find you have to continue to move your hands to allow them the experience of what muscles are working and where they need to take over the control. If at this point your child still needs quite a lot of support, you can come in and start to use your body as well, which then frees up your hands to be able to help them play. We're going back to all the same principles that we worked on at the beginning, initially just with that weight shift, allowing them to start to feel taking weight onto one leg, which frees up the other. When your child's ready, you want to start to decrease the amount of support that you're giving them. So initially you would be bringing your body away, and then eventually you would be able to take your hands off and know that your child was confident at standing at a surface. You're then going to want to start to encourage your child to take less support with their hands and with their body, so ensuring that they are further back from the surface, and then when they're ready and they're comfortable playing in that position, that they can begin to reach for an object behind them and come back. And same with the other side, that you want them to turn and reach and gradually develop how little support that they're requiring when they're in standing. You'll tend to find that when a child becomes very comfortable, they will naturally take their hands off momentarily to come back. Once that's all, the child's quite confident at that, it might be that they're just struggling to get up from mid-floor without having to make their way to a surface to get up. So again, it can be useful to practice these positions with the child to come up from the mid-floor, and it might be that they're in the crawling position, or you help get them round into that, and then you encourage them to come up for an activity, maybe a ball, or if there's somebody in front that's helping them to play, clapping hands, singing songs, bringing them up into this position. From behind, you're then maybe having to guide them over onto one leg and bring them up here. This can be a really nice position to play in with a child that needs to develop that core strength. Sometimes we'll bring children back into this position who are already up on their feet to just help them to really develop the tummy muscles and the bottom working at the same time, because all of that is what feeds into balance and being able to start to move out of their base of support and challenging their centre of gravity. And those are all skills that are needed for a child to then be stable on their feet. Okay, so examples of activities that we could play is throwing a beanbag into a hoop, or throwing and catching a ball. Again, going back to the popping bubbles is always quite a nice activity without having to have the child move too much. And then when we want to help them to learn to move into standing from here, it's just shifting their weight again onto that front leg If you need to give them some support at their knee and again at their hip, then you're just guiding that weight diagonally across onto that leg and forward to come up into standing.